He's a versatile guy who can return some 3, 2. Hello and welcome to this week's mailbag. I am Doug Kyde. If you have a question for me, tweet it to me at Doug Kyde using the hashtag MailDoug, and I will try to answer it. First question here comes from Dynasty Fantasy Football, who asks, will we target a wide receiver early in the draft this year or go about our situation through a trade or a free agent? I don't think this is an either or situation. I think the Patriots basically have to do all of these things. I think the Patriots definitely will draft a wide receiver early. I'm not sure if that means drafting a wide receiver in the first round, just because they've never done that since Bill Belichick took over as head coach in 2000. But if there was any year that they would do it, it probably would be this one, because they've really only got Julian Edelman and Philip Dorsett as sure things at that wide receiver position. Beyond that, they've got guys like Braxton Berrios, Bruce Ellington, Maurice Harris, really guys that are on the roster bubble or should be on the roster bubble. So the Patriots should be looking in the draft, in free agency, through trades for a number 2 wide receiver behind Julian Edelman. Based on stats from former Patriots rookie wide receivers, I don't think you can really count on a first-year player being any more than a number 3 receiver in the Patriots system, though Aaron Dobson has been the most productive rookie wide receiver in the Bill Belichick era, and he only had 500 yards and 4 touchdowns. So that's really kind of a number 3 wide receiver type player in the Patriots system. So I think that they do still need to acquire a number 2 receiver, because you don't really want Philip Dorsett being that player. There's not any great options out there in free agency beyond someone like Chris Hogan, who's with the Patriots for the last few years. So I do think that they will try to swing a trade for a wide receiver. Obviously, both sides have to be willing to trade a wide receiver, so they do need to find a team that is willing to ship a number 2 type wide receiver to the Patriots, which might be kind of difficult, but a scenario like that might open up around the draft if a team takes a wide receiver high. Second question here comes from Julian Doucette, who asks, could the Patriots trade for Julio Jones? Him and Brady would win another 3 chips. The Patriots could trade for Julio Jones. They've got the cap room to do it. They have the draft picks to do it. But like I just said, the Falcons have to be willing to ship out Julio Jones to the Patriots. And that seems kind of unlikely that they would be willing to do that, because the Falcons always are contenders. So I think that they would like to have a player like Julio Jones. The only thing that could get in the way here is that Julio Jones is looking for a new contract. So if the Falcons and Julio Jones can't reach an agreement there, if they can't make the money work, maybe they would be willing to trade him for a first-round pick or a first and second-round pick, something like that. Patriots obviously could use Julio Jones. I think that if he became available, the Patriots certainly would reach out. But like I said, Falcons would have to be willing to trade him. If there is a wide receiver on the Falcons depth chart who they might be willing to trade, it would be Mohamed Sanu. So I think that would be a more likely scenario for the Patriots. Last question here comes from Cass, who asks, do you think the Pats will pay what Stephen Gostkowski is asking for? I do think the Patriots eventually will reach an agreement with Stephen Gostkowski. It could take a little bit while longer. I don't think the Patriots would like to go into the 2019 season with a rookie kicker. I think that if they don't sign Stephen Gostkowski, they probably would take a kicker pretty high in the 2019 NFL draft. But Stephen Gostkowski is definitely a way more proven commodity than any sort of rookie that would come in here. Patriots have really only had 2 kickers since Bill Belichick became head coach in 2000. That's Adam Vinatieri and Stephen Gostkowski. They briefly had Shane Graham when Gostkowski got injured one season, but it's basically only been those 2 guys that they could obviously count on, 2 of the best kickers in the history of the NFL. So I think they would like to keep that trend going and keep Gostkowski aboard. But like you said, it's about finding the common ground on money there, which with Patriots have plenty of cap room after Rob Gronkowski retired. So I think they can come to an agreement at some point.